Hi everyone, Angelina, Sparkling Diva, and another pick a card reading. I'm using the Black Moon astrology cards, and I do not have the cards put up because they keep falling over. I tried, I really did, but it doesn't work, so I'm doing it like this. I'm only using one card for this reading. Sometimes that's really good as well. Not using 16 or whatever different cards, just for one card to get a message. And the message is what you need to hear now. What dynamics, what energies are important for you to know about at this moment, whenever you find this reading, right? It is a timeless reading. So 3 choices, and there's 3 completely different Buddhas. We have the purple one for the numbers 1, and this one, the happy Buddha, for the numbers 2, and the silvery one for the numbers 3. And just feel, you can also use the numbers of the timestamps, and I'm gonna start reading. Ready, numbers 1. Your card, Mercury retrograde, reinvention. Now, I think most of us know what Mercury retrograde stands for, and most of us aren't too happy when Mercury goes retrograde again, but there is positive stuff about it too. I'm just going to give both messages to you. What Mercury retrograde is about. Things can go wrong. Just, like when Mercury, the planet, goes retrograde, things can suddenly be disrupted. Like especially communication, equipment, travel, stuff that can happen is that suddenly your cell phone does weird things, or your computer stops working. Doesn't mean it's broken down, but it has problems, or your car breaks down, or it's also travel. So maybe you booked a flight and the flight gets cancelled, or stuff like that. And communication. So that could be with the cell phone or the computer, but also verbal communication might be, might be a bit problematic, like suddenly as if you speak Russian or something, and you're not Russian then, of course, right? As if people suddenly don't understand you, or stuff like that. Anything to do with communication can be a bit suddenly, difficult, disruptive. And so that could be for you, that energy for you is active in your life. Because Mercury is not retrograde. It was just a few weeks ago. It is not, so it has nothing to do with that. But there is also the good side of a Mercury retrograde, and that is that it's about shadow, your own shadow, and working on that and with that. And so it is possible that at the moment you are kind of behaving, acting, thinking, feeling from your own patterns that are in your shadow. So limiting beliefs and thoughts, and that these are coming up right now. And if that resonates with you, then it's a good time to go inwards and to work on that. And maybe you're not even having a problem with it at all. But it can also be that you consciously made the decision that you want to work on that for your growth. And that you are currently spending a lot of time working on your changing habits, changing your thoughts, changing your beliefs. Like maybe you want to go to more positive thoughts and beliefs and work with law of attraction, etc., etc. Well, then it's really handy if you first look at what is driving you right now. So in that sense, inner work, right? And also could be more related to the communication, because Mercury is all about communication. How do you communicate? How do you convey your feelings, your thoughts, your everything to the outside world? Are you doing that in a pleasant way, or are you tend to be maybe judgmental or not so nice and stuff like that, right? So just inner work. Inner work. That's for you the message. That's right now important to you. And you might be actively, consciously choosing to work on these things, but you can also notice that it just comes up like, what the hell is going on? Right? So this is your message. This is what I have for you. This is important for you right now. This dynamic, this energy. And yeah, that's what I have. Just one card. And I will see you again with the next reading very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Numbers 2, your card. We have Solar Eclipse Revolution. And yeah, I have a bit of mixed feelings with this now, because not because of you. Oh, don't worry, there is going to be a message, a good one as well. But the booklet speaks of, with the interpretation of this card, about a big change, and it could be quite the change that, yeah, that's unpleasant. Like maybe losing your job, having to change your job. Your relationship problems not working out, stuff like that, and something that has a big impact on you, big changes, and it's also an sudden, so it can leave you in shock. It's a sudden change, a lot of upheaval, and what I want to add to that is that a solar eclipse is, you can't, for a moment, you can't see, right? It gets dark or close to. So you can't see clearly. Things are obscured for a moment. So you can't see. So you might have to act because there is a change, something is happening that has an impact on you. You have to make a decision, you have to do something. At the same time, you cannot see clearly, meaning that you have to use your other senses. You can't really rely on your vision. And I feel that that is the most important part of this message, because I'm getting goosebumps all over now. You can't rely on what you see. You have to use your other senses. You have to feel. And depending on the situation, maybe even like smell or sound or whatever, your intuition, you can't rely on what you see, because that might lead you astray. And I think that's the most important message, I say. So whether there is going to be a big thing happening, a big change, upheaval, or whatever, I just feel actually the better message here. And I'm leaving it up to you. That's why I'm giving both in a way. Because both might be applicable, as it's not a personal reading, right? Just feel which one is applicable to you. But I feel the most important message for most of you is that you currently cannot trust what you see. And so you have to use your other senses, mostly your intuition. And that can also be, in a way, good. Like, for instance, if you're dealing with a person and that person is nervous about telling you something, and they're giving mixed signs and signals, and you don't know what to do either, right? You can't trust what you see. Use your intuition. let's say this is a potential love interest, right? And they are nervous, they don't know how to approach you, and maybe they're saying something stupid, right? And just because they're nervous. And if you then trust what you see, you might think like, well, my goodness, what kind of a loser is that? Or a milder thing, and a milder form of that. And if you then actually use your intuition, tune into your other senses, you might actually understand suddenly, like, oh, okay, he's nervous. And, you might deal with the situation entirely differently. Can also be similar thing with a colleague or someone in your social circle, family, and so on and so forth. So it doesn't have to be bad. It's just remembering, don't trust what you see, because you can't rely on that right now. Also, this is card 44. You might want to look that up. It's a master number, right? Might have meaning for you as well. In any case, this is what I have for you. It's short and sweet this week because I'm also focusing on recording how to read tarot cards, a mini course for you that I will soon be uploading to YouTube. So that's why I'm keeping it short, but also because I actually like that. Just one card and just really get into that. It's a lot of fun for me too. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it's helpful. And thank you for watching, and I'll be back again soon. Number 3, your card. For you, we have Yod, and I hope I pronounce that properly. Destiny. And what an interesting card. This is something that could turn up in your horoscope, and is basically about this triangle, this thin sliver, pie-shaped sliver, triangle of 3 planets. And it's not a how would you say that? Sometimes I'm struggling with words. It's not a particularly tranquil cooperation configuration. It's chaotic. It's a chaotic configuration, that triangle. So for you right now, things could be chaotic. If apparently some people who have this in their chart, their horoscope, they feel like they are the black sheep of the family. Now that's interesting. So it also has to do with feeling left out, and not really being part of the group, or not feeling like you're part of that group, and like the black sheep, right? And you could be feeling like that at the moment, like you're out of step with other people, like you are rejected, or you can't find people that like-minded people that you really vibe with, and that could be a very important thing right now for you. And this card is also about finding your own truth, even though that truth may not be reflected through other people, or supported by other people, or believed by other people, which again goes back to not being out of step with other people. But it's still important. If this vibes for you, if this resonates with you, the part about you being busy with figuring out your own truth, who you are, where you stand, what you want, and so on and so forth, then it's also important that you still do that, right? Because you can be one of the white sheep and follow the herd, if that's what you call a group of sheep. But if that's not making you happy, if that's not fulfilling you, it's really important that you find out what does fulfill you, and that you live and follow your own truth. Right? So that could be a thing for you as well at the moment. In any case, the the circumstances will be good for you at the moment to achieve your goal. That is yet another message. And if that is what resonates and the rest didn't, then this might be your message. That the circumstances are going to be really good for you, favorable for achieving, manifesting your goals and your dreams, but you have to be prepared to make some sacrifices. It's not going to be easy, because this triangle simply is not just, it's not an easy configuration, right? So it might be a very favorable time for your goals and your dreams, but it will still, well, the path will be a bit chaotic, difficult. So be prepared for that, right? And if you know your own truth, what you want, and what you're doing it for, and what you are going to get out of it, you will be fine. You can deal with any obstacles or blocks on the way towards manifesting your goals and your dreams, right? So it seemingly are different messages, but in actual fact they are all related. So very interesting card this. Yeah. So I do hope it resonates. This is what you can come across this time. This is what's important for you right now. So remember that even if you feel that you don't belong, you feel you are not part of your social circle or the people you come across or whatever, well, maybe that is a sign for you to do some inner work and start looking for your truth, how you see things, what you want. And once you know that, once you figure that out, you can either then, if you want, have that dream, you can manifest that, but you can also then start looking for the people that do support you, that you do vibe with. So in a way, this chaos is a chaotic stuff that this is about is a good thing. If you use it to your advantage, it can actually lead to beautiful stuff. So I hope that resonates, and thank you for watching, and I will be back real soon, and I hope to see you there then. Bye bye.